Uh, Swami Vivekananda powerfully says, "He who plunges headlong into the foolish luxuries of this world has missed the way. He who runs away from this world to meditate and die in a Himalayan cave, and who hates the world, who scorns the world, he has missed the way." Both of them has missed the way. If you catch hold of this reality, you have missed the way. If you let go of this and run off somewhere else trying to find a God elsewhere, you missed the way. But that's very strange. Either you take the world or you give it up. But where is the third option? Swami Vivekananda says, find God here itself, wherever you are, with whomever you are with. There itself you can find God. It's because God is there. You know the example of the ornaments and gold. Suppose there are ornaments made of gold. So there's a nice story. There's many little stories which are used by the monks in the Himalayas to illustrate this point. One is the story of a jeweler. So he has a little son, and the jeweler would keep all his materials and ornaments locked up in a safe. Once he tells his son, "My son, go to the safe, here's the key, open it, and get some gold from there. I have to use it in my work." And the child runs off, and he opens the safe, and then he comes back and says, "There's no gold." And his father says, "What? There is. Go and take a good look." Comes and says, "No, there is no gold." "What did you find?" "Oh, there are necklaces and bracelets and tiaras, but no gold." His father says, "Look, what you think is a necklace, is a bracelet, is a tiara, is actually gold. So bring any of that will do." Notice then. What the child thought was, there is some reality called gold which my father wants me to seek. And here are these things this is of course a necklace, this is of course a bracelet. It can't be gold. The gold must be something apart from this. Big mistake. Give it up, look for gold elsewhere, you'll never find it. Take the necklace itself to be gold? No. Because the moment the necklace is melted and made into a bracelet, you will think gold has gone. You see? That other story of the man who goes to a pawn shop, of a businessman who has fallen on hard days and goes to a pawn shop and gives his image of Ganesha to the pawn shop owner and says, "Give me some money." And the pawn shop owner weighs the image and gives him some money. "This is the rate at which I will give you money for the image of Ganesha." And you know, Ganesha comes with his ride, which is the mouse. So all the deities have their own vehicles. Durga has a much more glamorous vehicle, the lion. But Ganesha has a mouse. And the businessman says to the pawn shop owner, "So this is the money for Ganesha. How much for the mouse?" And the shop owner says that it's the same rate. Take it or leave it, it's the same rate. And this businessman is outraged. He says, "What? Man, do you have no religion? You're giving the same rate for Ganesha as for a mouse. Is Ganesha and a mouse the same for you?" And this shopkeeper says with a smile, "Sir, look, for you it may be Ganesha, for you it may be a mouse. For me it's gold, and I wait and treat it accordingly." So there is an underlying reality. If you toss away the whole of it, then you have missed God. If you take only the name and the form, then you're holding on to samsara, not to God. So, seeing God in everything, Swami Vivekananda powerfully says, then what becomes of renunciation? Do you have to give up your husband and wife and children? No. To become spiritual? No, he says. Find God in the husband, in the wife, in the children. There's an old tradition in India of naming children, giving the names of gods and goddesses to children. That was the original purpose, to remind you that it is a divinity right there. So find God in every person, with the people you're working with, in the living and the non-living, in the environment. It's not imagination. Vedanta says that it is that one reality, Satchidananda, with names and forms, which appears as this world before us.